Ever wonder if it is worth it to get a Shelly bag in Survival Odyssey? Sometimes I get asked about this because I have one myself. I mean, after all, it is a bag with infinite space. In this video, I'll be talking about the facts and my opinion about grinding for the Shelly bag. And from this, I hope you can choose what you want to do. First off, the main issue with the Shelly bag is that it requires 1000 mojo to obtain. This is an insane amount of mojo for all players, especially to those who don't have a Game Pass. I'm just going to say that you need the 2x mojo, 2x essence, and 2x resource Game Pass if you want to get the Shelly bag. Without these, it would take an insane amount of time to get. I'd recommend buying the 2x tool power Game Pass because you could do 2x damage to resources, which will be mainly how you obtain. As well, I recommend getting the essence artifact because it gains you a 0.2% essence boost, which will add up in the long run. Even with all of these, I would still say you need a private server if you want to have consistent results. Now, you might ask how long it will take to get the Shelly bag with all of these game passes and boosts. Well, let's say if you have a mediocre method that gains you 10 rebirths an hour. With the 2x mojo game pass, it would grant you 20 mojos an hour. Now, if you grind for 50 hours straight, then you could get the Shelly bag, which is an insane amount of time. Of course, you can get more than that, like 20 rebirths an hour, which would gain you 40 mojo an hour, and it would take half of that time in only 25 hours. Even with these methods, where you gain a rebirth every 3 minutes, it will take over a whole day of non-stop playing to get it. And even with like an insane method of 30 rebirths an hour, which I don't know if is even possible anymore, it would still take 17 hours of grinding for the bag. The Shelly bag is just straight up a time commitment for anyone trying to get it. And if you do not have enough time or the will to get the Shelly bag, it isn't for you. Trading for the Shelly bag will take a lot of time because Shelly bag is one of the most valuable items in the entire game. It is worth around 600,000 gold according to the value list, and this makes sense because it takes an insane amount of time to grind for. Now this 600,000 value is equivalent to 8 health artifacts, or 9 voodoo artifacts, or 70 hunger artifacts. If someone would even want 70 hunger artifacts. But if you have a lot of Robux, and I mean a lot, you could trade game passes for the stuff like voodoo artifacts or health artifacts, as you were allowed to trade a game pass for a health artifact. And then you could gather up all of these stuff you have traded for and trade it all for a Shelly bag. I did some math and it will cost around 10,000 Robux or more if you were to do this very method. These are all the ways to grind for this is all the methods to obtain the Shelly bag. Apart from grinding and trading, there is no real way to get the Shelly bag unless if you gift the owner a $300 gift on TikTok when he's streaming. Now, the main benefit of the Shelly bag is that it has infinite space and it looks pretty nice. With this infinite space, you could of course just have an infinite amount of items, which will never make you have to drop items or not pick up items because you do not have any space. And there are some methods, which I will not be talking about in this video, that you can use to make an insane amount of profit with this Shelly bag. If you want to know this method, just let me know. Now, I'll be talking about my opinion about the Shelly bag. As I have said previously, I own the Shelly bag, in which I grinded for during the 1.5x essence event. During the 1.5x essence event, it took me around 30 hours to grind for the Shelly bag. This was spread over the course of around a week. I would say personally that it is worth it, if you can do it in under 30 or 40 hours, as anything longer than that, it is just not worth your time. Also, one last thing about the Shelly bag is that it will be removed in around next year. The owner is planning to release a skill tree, which will require a lot of mojo, and he wants to remove the Shelly bag, refunding all of the Shelly bag owners 1,500 mojo. I hope this video has helped you decide if you want to grind for the Shelly bag, because me myself, I had a hard time wondering if it was worth it. And for me, it definitely was. Well, Anyways, thank you for watching this video, and let me know if you like this type of video. And if you found it useful, like and subscribe with notifications, and comment down below what you'd like to see. Happy grinding, and goodbye.